Ah, it only started to now. There we go, let's do it again. Alright, so it doesn't work really. I'm working with one screen today, so I did a whole intro and then I realized that it wasn't even here, so I was kind of welcoming you to the Lovestream. Welcome, family! Just in time for the eclipse. We are in eclipse season and there is an epic saga beginning now. It already began, but it's going to continue. In the background we're feeling the vibe of Cosmic Gate, which I showed you before, but you didn't see it, so here it is. A bit of party vibe for the full moon eclipse, baby. Pump it up. Join me, show me your names on the screen. You know I love feeling your vibe. Let me know who's here with me. Let's share the goodies, let's share the wisdom, let's share the love. Lots to talk about as always. Lots to talk about, so let's get into it, baby. Okay. So, full moon eclipse in Virgo. And yeah, happy Purim, Mima, love you. And Dana, shalom, hello Dana. And happy birthday to my beautiful brother Guy. I love you, brother. Mazal tov. Happy birthday to you over there in Thailand, enjoying the sunset on some tropical island. So yeah, since we have a lot to cover, let's get straight into it. So this is the chart right now, as you can see, and just keep on showing me your names on the screen as we go, so I will know who's here with me. I love it. Let me fix it. It's a bit different for me with the one window, but we'll do it. We'll make it happen. So here is the chart. So we are looking right now. Let's scan the skies from. Let's start from. It's a bit tricky, hey? Let's start from. Let's start from 9 o'clock. That's where the party is. The Pisces season. The Pisces party. Hello, Joe from Melbourne. Welcome. Awesome to have you with us. So, as you can see, hello, brother Bara. Thank you for the motivation. Rukshika, Trishan. Clearly not at the beach. No, not at the beach. In my mind, I'm swimming in the ocean, but I'm here in the lighthouse. So, as you can see on your 10 o'clock, you've got Saturn on the 22nd degree of Pisces. Then you've got the Sun on the 23rd degree of Pisces. Yesterday we had Sun conjunct Saturn. They're still in conjunction, but yesterday was the main thing. Hello, Andrea. Hello. Good to see you. The north node of the moon is on the 27th degree of Pisces, and Neptune is on the 29th degree of Pisces. So this is a big party here. 22, 23, 27, 29, they're very close together because in the heavens it's not that they're like 6 degrees apart, it's not that far. So this is a big emphasis of tonight's love stream. Then we go to the Aries party, and in Aries we've got Venus conjunct Mercury. Venus on the 8th degree of Aries, and Venus retrograde. Mercury stationing soon on the 9th degree of Aries. Chiron on the 21st degree of Aries, and Eris on the 24th degree long term. Then we've got Uranus in Taurus on the 24th degree. You've got Jupiter in Gemini, 13th degree. Mars direct in Cancer on the 18th degree. Over here on your 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, the moon is on 12th degree Virgo. So moon is already in Virgo, rising into the full moon, which is less than 24 hours away. The south node, where the close to the eclipse will be, 27th degree of Virgo. Then we got Black Moon Lilith, 28 Libra, Juno, 1st of Sag, and Pluto moved to the 3rd degree of Aquarius for the first time in our life. So welcome Pluto to the 3rd degree. I'll take the music a bit down. So basically this is how the chart is looking like right now, but I will now stop and say love and gratitude to the Patreon community for your awesome support, ongoing support. I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. And please, all of you, do me a favor, your unconditional support, free support, just press like on this movie, subscribe to our channel, share it with friends, family, whoever might be in need of listening to this. What else? Sound healing meditation, eclipse season, tomorrow night, Friday night. The eclipse is at around 5:50 p.m. So sound healing meditation is at 7 p.m. Friday night. Join me. There's still places left to join us if you want to, if you feel the need. Powerful time of cleansing, of clearing, of healing. And then the usual groups are on every Sunday at 5 p.m., every Wednesday at 7 p.m. The next eclipse is the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and that happens on Saturday the 29th of March. So we have two groups on that day, in the afternoon and in the evening. You can book it all in on the booking system. Private healing sessions. This is great time to do healing with all these Pisces kind of big transformation happening there with the eclipse season. Come for healing session. I would love to be in service, Virgo service, and help you shift your energy. And other than that, if you want to get into crypto, into Bitcoin, and you don't know how and you don't know what to do, I would love to help you through my coaching sessions. I help people know how to do it right, how to do it safe. So you can book it all in through the booking system. And that's pretty much it. So, now, yesterday, the last 2 days, we had like yesterday was a big day. Yesterday morning was, let's go there so I can show you. If we go one day back on the chart, yesterday you can see here on your 9 o'clock, you got Mercury conjunct Venus retrograde, and then Sun conjunct Saturn here on the 22nd degree of Pisces, and they on the 8th degree. Nikki, hello, beautiful sister Nikki. You're happy seeing me? I'm happy seeing your name. Just your name makes me happy. I love you, Nikki. Keep on shining, beautiful sister. So yesterday, this was kind of a prelude, a preparation setup kind of for this full moon eclipse. Mercury. There is this process that it's very complex, deep, and multi-layer, but it's actually could be easy to explain. So as you can see, this kind of end of Pisces. So let's start with the fact that Pisces is the end of the zodiac. I just need to change the music to I need to change the music a bit. Let's take it to, here we go. Thank you, Cosmic Gate. I'm gonna bring the Mahamritanya mantra to cuddle us in the background, a bit more meditative and soothing, and here we go. Mahamritanya mantra, a mantra for peace and healing for us and everyone else. So, yesterday, so we have this Pisces, and Pisces is the end of the zodiac. It's the 12th house. It's that place of ending the cycle, letting go, dissolving. Things come to an end. Things just fade away. All dreams become disillusioned, and illusions become disillusions. So, in the shadow aspect of Pisces, this is where you can kind of experience, people can experience despair or loss of faith, or kind of like, this is where people get hospitalized mentally and kind of like losing the plot or overdosing, taking too much substances, drugs, and escaping alcohol, addictions. That's kind of the shadow aspect of Pisces. It's all too much for me. I need to escape. I can't be here anymore. I'm done with this life. Let me just hit the bottle of whiskey or beer or wine, or let me take that mushroom, let me take another thing and another thing and another thing, as long as I can escape and avoid, because I'm very sensitive. I'm very raw and vulnerable. I'm at the end of the rope and I don't know what to do anymore, and I'm going into despair, and that's it. And people jump off the bridge and things like that. That's the shadow. Just a second. Namaste, Anna. Good to see you again. But the light side of Pisces is that because it's sensitive and because it's dreamy, because it's psychic, if we don't escape and avoid and fall into the despair and all those, we actually find that place of the void, of the emptiness, to receive. Pisces is a receiving energy. It's kind of like when we go into meditation and we reach that state of stillness, suddenly we have a vision. Suddenly we go through a journey. When the ego mind is finally letting go, the spiritual mind can deliver and channel the information. And so in Pisces we have the psychics and the psychic reading and the channeling and the creativity, the inspiration. The spirit of inspiration visits you and helps you create new music, a new song, a new art, a new you feel through your sensitivity you get inspired, and through your connection to spirit you can develop your spirituality into a whole new level. It's a heightened spirituality, it's a heightened sensitivity, so we can become more intuitive, more, if we don't go the toxic way, which is why Pisces is opposite Virgo. If you're doing the detox of Virgo and you're embodied and you're grounded and you're practical in your practices, in your way of living, then the spiritual conduit, the human conduit, the physical conduit of Virgo can receive the spiritual energy of Pisces. That's why they're opposite each other. But if you are escaping and abusing substance and things like that, then you are toxicating your body. So you are not grounded, you are not embodied, you are toxicated, you develop health issues, you develop all kind of problems, and that's kind of the balance between them. Now, none of us is perfect. We all fall down the trap sometimes, but the main idea is like, you know what? I need to get my shit together. I need to get my life in order. I need to stop that bad habit. I need to stop escaping. I need to stop taking that drug or that alcohol. I need to stop lying. I need to stop lying to myself. I need to stop being kind of so airy-fairy, dreamy that I'm not fully here, grounded, embodied. And I need to connect more to spirit. I need to have more faith. That's that dynamic between them. And this is where the full moon eclipse, the axis of the full moon eclipse, that's what it's playing on. It's playing on the Virgo and Pisces. So it's important to understand this dynamic. The moon is in Virgo already from now. Since yesterday, when Venus was conjunct Mercury and the sun conjunct Saturn, as you can see on the chart, the moon on your 10 o'clock, on your 4 o'clock, the moon already entered Virgo. And so right now with the moon in Virgo, the emotional body, the moon, is being more embodied. We are feeling it in our bodies. You may feel anxiety. You may feel stressed. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel ungrounded. Or you may feel grounded. You may feel practical. Depends on each one of us. This is a collective kind of channeling, so it's hard to pinpoint it to individuals. So out of this download, take whatever resonates with you, and whatever is not resonating with you, leave it for others. Simple as that. Not everything's supposed to fit everyone. So this is kind of what the moon and the sun are highlighting for us in Virgo and Pisces. We are feeling it in our body. We cannot deny it. We cannot escape it, because the sun is in Pisces, so the soul expression, the light is shining into our spirit, and we are getting these intuitive knowings. We are getting this, it's the veils, it's kind of like, it's the things, Pisces is the subconscious, it's the things we can't see in the normal day by day. It's the things like if we do the practice of Virgo and we regulate ourselves and we do some breathing exercises, and we do a practice of meditation and we stand still, or yoga or massage, suddenly that massage or that yoga or that meditation, it regulates your body and it grounds you and it brings you into stillness and it calms you down, and suddenly you have this knowing, you have this insight, you have this feeling, this sensitive feeling that you could easily avoid if you were busy and all these things. Suddenly you are receptive to it. And that's the guidance of this energy, saying like, hey, it's Pisces season, which I've been kind of giving to people that feeling of like, just enjoy Pisces season to chill out. Hello, brother James. Hey, looking forward to seeing you, brother. It's been a while. So the idea is kind of like, I've been telling people Pisces season, chill out, relax, take some time to wind down. We had the most blissful summer in Melbourne. So many beautiful hot summer days. It's been, this week was like 7 days of 33 degrees steady. Never been before. It's kind of like, hey, go to the beach, jump into the ocean, go to the pool, sit under the tree, take a walk into nature, just wind down, ground yourself, regulate your nervous system, regulate your mind, your stress, your anxiety. Do that for you. Virgo is the sign of service as well. So it's kind of the moon in Virgo is saying kind of like, look, can you pay attention to how you're feeling? Because you know you are feeling something. And now that you're aware of your feeling, can you please be in service for yourself? Be in service for your body? Did you eat well today? Did you drink water today? Did you stretch your body today? Did you take a few deep breaths today? Do that now then. And as you take that deep breath, the whole body goes, oh, thank God. I can be. Now, on the other hand, while the moon entered Virgo, the sun comes into Saturn. And this is like the soul expression, the soul attention, the light is coming into Saturn, the heart taskmaster, the patriarch, the grandfather, the professor of university, the teacher in the classroom, and it's putting some restriction on you. It's giving you some delay. It's kind of like a bit of hiccups. Maybe, you know, things not working your way. Maybe you had some just things that are just kind of forcing you to master Saturn. Mastery, self-mastery, discipline, responsibility, maturity, growing up, integrity. You know, it's kind of like, hey, patience. I know you want to get there. Have patience. Now, with Venus and Mercury in Aries, we want to get there now. Aries is this impulsive fire, go, 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 make it happen. Venus entered Aries. So Venus, okay, so this is the journey. Venus and Mercury were traveling through Pisces. Venus came first. She passed through Saturn. Then she passed through the North Node and Neptune. Then she moved into Aries. She stopped on the 10th degree of Aries, and now she's going back to meet Neptune and the North Node, and she's going to station direct on Saturn. She's going to be with Saturn for a long time when she's going to station direct. Not great fun. At the same time, Mercury catched up with Venus. As you can see yesterday, Mercury conjunct Venus retrograde. Now Venus retrograded on the 10th degree of Aries, and Mercury is stationing the retrograde on this full moon eclipse, and 24 hours later, Mercury goes direct on the 9th degree of Aries. So similar degrees. So Mercury and Venus, because like Mercury is kind of like saying, hey Venus, we got some things to talk about. And then, just a second, I'm gonna go and get something, I'll get back to you. So Mercury is passing Venus, but then goes like, oh, no. We really have to talk about this. So then Mercury station retrograde, and they're both traveling together for the entire retrograde. Yes, they will have a gap of 2, 3, 4 degrees, but they're traveling together through the entire retrograde, and they go on top of Neptune and on top of the North Node, and they station there on Saturn, and then they sit with Saturn, and then they move direct. And then when they move direct, they come again to the North Node and to Neptune into Aries. So this n degrees of Pisces is receiving a huge amount of emphasis. That it's not only the fact that Neptune is now in the 29th degree, ending the cycle of Pisces, entering Aries for the first time in our life. It's that important to understand what this ending is about, what falls away, what is coming to an end, and what is it about Neptune since 2011. So take a moment to ponder, write it down for yourself, meditate on it later. What has been going on in your life since 2011 that relates to your Neptune Pisces? Your spirituality, your spiritual mastery, your ascension, your sensitivity, your mental health, your substance abuse, your addictions, your sense of intuition, your psychic senses, your ability to feel the divine love in your heart. Not the human love, not the I love you. No, the essence of love, that you are loved by the universe, by spirit. Your spiritual practices, everything you've developed and learned about your spirituality. You know, think about 2011 till now. How much spirituality has progressed in the world. I mean, 2011 I did Harmonious Gathering, my last and biggest concert I ever produced. And since then, you know, so much happened on a spiritual level. Yoga studios popped up around every corner, like milk bars. You know, retreats, Bali, Amazon, medicine, you know, so much became mainstream. And spirituality became much more mainstream since 2011, which we were walking towards and waiting for. So there's good things about it. But of course, it came also with a lot of fakeness. Fake spirituality. Fake spirituality because it's mainstream, because it's popular to be spiritual. And so, you know, that comes with it too. But everything is part of the deal. So think about that. 2011 to now, Neptune is closing that for you. And to make it really loud and clear, what is it about for you? Venus, the personal planet, that is the divine feminine, ruling your love life, your relationships, your family, your home, your money, your income, your investment, your job, your career, your valuables, your pleasures, your fun, your joy, your beauty, your health. She came to Neptune, met with him, now retrograding back to Neptune, and then go to Saturn to really understand what Saturn is saying to us about all this. And Saturn is the karma. Saturn is that kind of graduations of mastery. And Mercury, the intellect mind. Excuse me, the intellect mind. The way we think, the way we perceive, the way we talk and communicate, our local environment, our cars, our computers, our mobile phones, our public transport, it's the trades, it's the markets. And so, and Venus relates to assets, economy, finance as well, and Mercury is like trades and markets. So there's a big emphasis on ending of old cycles of economy and ending of old values, like what we used to value as valuable is no longer the same, and it's changing rapidly. And you can see that through the rise of cryptocurrency and blockchain, as in the same way the fiat money system, as people are now seeing the truth about it more than ever before. In the 80s, 90s, people didn't have the awareness as they have today into what is economy, what is real money, Federal Reserve, 1913, the printing of money. It was used to be backed by gold until Reagan in 73. Then it was unpacked from gold. It was packed into the oil. That's why it's called the petrodollar, because oil became the Industrial Revolution kind of a commodity. But now with all the movement towards clean energy and free energy and all these things, like oil is gonna start losing its value as what it was, and hopefully because we have better solutions. And printed money will lose its value more and more because we realize it's all basically one big SCAM. It's as simple as that. And you know, and about that and economy. And so you can see a lot of things happening about that. Relationships, you know, what you used to think about marriage and relationships and love, how much did that go through changes over the last 14 years, 2011 until now? And where you are now in your life. Do you really look at love at the same way? Do you really look at a relationship in the same way after all the experiences you had? Probably not. Because the way we value love and the way we understand love and perceive love is changing. Your health, you know, we have so many lies and truth are coming out now that Kennedy Jr. is in charge of the health system in America. Is exposing so much, bringing out so much. Today there was a big article about him exposing truth about antidepressants. You know, so health, Venus, Mercury, headlines, information, data. They met yesterday. And what is happening in the markets? All this week, stock market crashed heavily. The crypto market crashed heavily, although the crypto market's not supposed to crash. After all, Trump just announced they signing the Bitcoin Reserve of America, embracing Bitcoin as gold, as assets to invest in it and to keep it, not to sell it. This is a big thing, historical development for Bitcoin and blockchain. And instead of Bitcoin pumping to $400,000, it dumped. Sorry, just a second. Now the dump is perfectly making sense because people expect that the market will blast on such news, which is what is it doing? It's exposing the fact that markets are heavily manipulated. And so Neptune, manipulations, lies, deceits, Pisces. The veil is very thin. So those who used to lie and hide behind the veil, they think they are hiding, but they're naked. So it's kind of that thing. It's like, think like someone got so drunk that they got naked in their apartment. Now they're so drunk, they don't even realize they're naked. They think they're fully dressed. And they go down the street and they walk down the street and everyone's looking at them and they don't understand why they're looking at them. They're just like, hi, hi. They don't realize they're naked. They think they are dressed. And so we can compare that metaphor to the same situation in the world. The leaderships, the politics, the economy, everything. They think that they are dressed, but the veils are thin. What happened since 2011, since 2006? Social media, the rise of social media, exposed more sharing of information, of data. So that by itself changed a lot in human consciousness in the way we consume what we are being told. And that's why a lot of 2020, the whole Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter conjunction in Capricorn, until 2024, that was a big chapter of like testing your sovereignty. And that was the main guideline along the years, like just hold on to your sovereignty. Think for yourself, feel for yourself, know for yourself what is right for you. And now the exposure is happening. Now, when the Wizard of Oz was kind of discovered behind the curtain, it wasn't a great experience for Dorothy and the Lion and the Tin Man and the Straw Man, because they were really hoping that the Wizard of Oz is some almighty being that could really give them the redemption from their lack. But although it was disappointing, at the same time it was enlightening, because they realized that on the journey to meet the Wizard of Oz, they already confronted all the things that they thought they didn't have. And through that, they had the realization that the gift was always inside of them, and then they had that ascension, that transcendence. And so it's similar to this energy. There's kind of like, yes, the veils are thin and things are being exposed and it's uncomfortable, it's unpleasant. The transition of the gods and the transition of the paradigms and the old world and the new world, it was always expected to have the flavors of chaos, because that's the nature of things. And we are now in this chaos stage. This kind of the old world is falling apart and it's falling away. The new world is emerging, but is yet not to be seen or fully sensed or understood. There's just glimpses of it. And what do you find yourself is in the middle, in some kind of a void. That you know that the old way is no longer working for you. The old things no longer have the same meaning. Old things don't have the same value. And you don't even know what is the new value? What is the new meaning? What is the new vision? What is the new dream? And this state can cause some people anxiety, stress, overwhelm. They don't know how to deal with that, because people rely on knowing, having a plan, sticking to the plan. They rely on that in order to feel safe and secure and thrive and be happy. But the South Node is in Virgo, saying like, forget about perfecting the plan. That's the way of the past. The South Node represents the past, the North Node represents the future. So the North Node is saying like, hey, it's like your destiny is like, it's pre-written, you're on your way, and I know you're feeling lost, and I know you're feeling like you don't know what's going on, and you're not feeling things in the same way. You don't relate to things in the same way. It's like things that you used to love, things are changing, and you don't necessarily know how you feel about it. You don't even know how you feel about it. You just know you're feeling different. So the North Node is saying like, you need to lean on and rely on spirit and spiritual practices and your soul. And that means, in the most practical way, have faith. Faith has no guarantee. It has no facts. It has no roadmap. Faith is this invisible sense of wonder that you know that you will go somewhere and you will get somewhere and things will happen for you in divine timing. And when you get there, you will know that all of this will make sense. But in that place of in between, it doesn't make so much sense. You have no idea what's going on with you. You just know you're different, and it's okay. And so this full moon in Virgo is saying like, let go, release of your anal approach to things. Because Virgos, when they are unchecked, they can be too anal, too perfectionist, it has to be according to my plan because I have designed these spreadsheets and the Excels and all the slideshow and everything, and life's supposed to be this. So you wake up at 6:30, but by 6:45 you're in the yoga class. You get out at 8:15. You take your juice and you eat your breakfast, and then you get to walk and you finish your walk and you go to the beach and you take a walk and then you meet that friend, and everything is planned to the detail. That's Virgo. That's why they make great accountants. They are great secretaries, they are great admin, they are great in fixing your houses and cleaning your houses and making things right and fixing your systems or coding the software, because they're very good with details. They're very good with analytical details, perfecting the plan. We love Virgos, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, what we want to do is kind of like, okay, stay grounded, Virgo, be embodied, Virgo, perfect your plan, Virgo, but detach from perfections. Nothing is going to be perfect in this time. The South Node is saying to us, the old way of doing your plan is no longer valid. You can still plan and you can still perfect to your best ability, and you should be practical and you should be grounded, but don't try to do it in the same way you used to do it until now. It's not going to work. You have to be more flowy. North Node in Pisces. Go with the flow. There is your plan and there is the divine plan. They don't always work together. And the more you make peace with that, the less anxiety you'll have, the less stress you have, the less overwhelm you'll have, and you'll be able to find more that bliss. Pisces. So I'm throwing at you all kind of goodies which describes this energy. Okay, now we spoke about the South Node, the North Node. The future destiny is calling us to have more faith, to lean on spirit, to trust whatever unfolds, to go with the flow, improve our spirituality, more prayers, more meditation, more creativity, more downtime, so we can, because the big picture is, as this old world is falling away, the new world is only emerging, as I stated before. But in order for us to get the glimpses, the guidance, the downloads, they will happen when we let go of the Virgo analytical mind. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. It's a mental star sign. It's a grounded mental. Gemini is like communicative and kind of like socializing mental. It's like blah, 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 air mental. A lot of talking, a lot of information, da. Virgo, the other air sign, so there's like the airs are like Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius. Okay, so Virgo, Sagittarius. Sorry, there's Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. Sag is fire. What am I talking about? It's Aquarius. Just a second. So the kind of saying to us is kind of like, Virgo is saying like, I'm not like Gemini. I'm not just talking. I'm into planning. I'm into putting things into practice. So in Gemini, I was listening to this podcast. I was listening to that workshop. I read this article. I read this book about healthy living or improve your diet and things like that. In Virgo, I'm implementing that in my practical reality, in my physical reality. So Virgo is more of a grounded earth mental. I said because before air. I'm sorry, I got confused there. Air element has 3. You've got Gemini as air, Virgo as earth, and Sag as fire, okay? And they are the air signs. And then you got the Aquarius as water, as ether. So that's what the Virgo is doing. So now, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the fact that Mercury is stationed in retrograde on this full moon eclipse highlights it even more. That there's a lot happening in the mental aspect. First of all, Pisces plays with our mental health. That's where mental health is. Mercury in Aries, I really want to get going. I really want my trade to work. I really want Bitcoin to go to the moon. I really want to just go and make that deal happen. I really want to buy that house. I really want to get a new car. I really want to get going. I want to get going. But the sun with Saturn is kind of like, sorry, delays, hiccups, obstacles. So Mercury in Aries can go like upset and annoyed and just argumentative and kind of like speed out without thinking, because it's Aries, it's impulsive. And it comes together to Venus in retrograde. What Venus retrograde saying is like, I'm trying to understand something, Mercury, can you please help me out? I'm trying to understand, what do I like? I don't know, everything is changing. So what do I don't like anymore? What do I like? What makes me feel good and fun and what gives me pleasure and what doesn't give me pleasure? Because it used to be very clear, but it's changing. So I'm now reviewing that. That's what Venus is doing in this retrograde. She is reviewing. She's redefining. What does she love? What does she doesn't love? Like, don't like, value, don't value. What gives her pleasure? What doesn't give her pleasure? And I'm using a feminine her, but it's also for men. What is, maybe you used to want a certain type of a partner and a certain type of relationship. And you did play with it, you did used to manifest it, and you experienced this and this and that and that. And maybe suddenly there's something in you that is kind of like, I don't know, but I feel like I don't want to be attracted to that kind of a character anymore. I kind of played with that kind of character enough. I feel like I want to try a different kind of a partner, a different kind of a boyfriend or a girlfriend, a different kind of attitude, a different look. I don't know, it's strange. I was never attracted to a short, chubby man. I was always attracted to the tall, muscular man. That I thought that the tall, muscular man, that strong ego, is the alpha male. But that's the misunderstanding about alpha male. But suddenly I'm attracted to this short, chubby man. That's strange. Or for a man, for example. I was always attracted to brunettes. Brunettes with big bodies. But suddenly I'm attracted to a sexy, skinny redhead. What? What's going on? So I'm just throwing at you examples, right? I always love to eat Asian food, maybe 3-4 times a week Asian food. Suddenly, I don't know, I'm a bit off Asian food. Feel like more like steak, fish and chips. I always used to get like deep tissue, painful massage. It used to give me great satisfaction. But lately, when I got it, my body was kind of not really enjoying it, and it feels like my body just wants a relaxation massage. Just different examples, yeah? So that's what Venus is doing. She's reviewing. So she went through Pisces. On top of Saturn, it's kind of like something karmic is happening, karmic ending. If you remember last year, I gave you a lot the message of graduation. Yeah, that was when a lot was happening there with Saturn, the end of Capricorn, self-mastery, we're in graduation, keep on showing up, this is the final exam. And when you finish university, you do your final test, the graduation ceremony doesn't happen straight after the test. It happens like a few days, a week, 2 weeks after. So now we're in this kind of graduation ceremony. The sun comes to Saturn and saying like, wow, have a look. Do you see how far you've come? Do you see how much you're graduating? after you see how much you have mastered. You may experience some hiccups, some delays, things don't go your way, but look at you. You're doing much better with it. Good on you. You're really getting there. And so Venus did that check with Saturn, saying, Saturn, there's some karmic ending that is happening here, especially because the North Node is in Pisces. I know that I'm birthing a new self. I know that I'm birthing a whole new dream, a whole new paradigm, but I have no idea what it is yet. I have faith. I trust. I know that I will get where I need to go and I will be in the right place at the right time. I have faith. I know everything will work out. I'm doing everything I can to stand up to my duties, my responsibilities as much as I can. And yes, I know my life is still a bit of a mess. I know there's all these things to fix, the accounting, the house, the laundry, the cleaning the house, and get on top of this, on my business and this and that. It's like, I know, I can see it all. It's like, it's a bit overwhelming. There's a lot on my plate. That's how it could feel like this time. So bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna go and meet with the North Node. I'm talking about the journey of Venus. I'm gonna go and meet with the North Node, and then I'm gonna meet with Neptune, because like the North Node is gonna give me some guidance about my future destiny. With Neptune, I'm gonna kind of like dream, get some messages, get some downloads from Spirit, and then I'm gonna go into Aries to really feel that fire, that passion, that desire of what I really want. That's Venus. But then Venus stationed retrograde on the 10th degree. And now she's on the, now she's on the 8th degree. And now Venus is kind of, and then Mercury did the same journey. So Mercury came to Saturn. It's like, okay, Saturn, so what's the message, dude? Well, you need to do your homework. You need to do task 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, wow, Saturn, that's a lot, man. Can't you be easy on me? Easy? You came to the wrong place, boy. Go and do the hard work. So Mercury goes like, oh no, I've got so much homework to do. I've got so much things to do. I need to get on top of my accounting. I need to do the taxes. I need to fix all the business, the system, the computer, the this. Is like my discipline. What's going on with my discipline, my mental discipline? I really need to be more responsible, more mature, more grown up, and just show up to work and do whatever it takes. Come on, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Come on. Saturn just gave us a big no-no of like saying like, hey, listen, I'm sending you on a mission to fix your shit together, get your shit together, and you're gonna come back to me to report how good you've done. So you better do well, right? It's kind of like, do your homework. So then Mercury said, Roger that, Saturn. Phew, wow, that was a hardcore meeting. It's like, the CEO of a corporate calls the staff and kind of saying, okay, listen up. We have a roadmap. By April, you need to achieve 40 sales. You need to achieve the improvement of that system. The tech team need to improve the system there and the system there. We need to recode that. The admin, you need to improve the way you take the calls, answer the emails. From now on, we are changing the brand from this to this, and all this need to be achieved by April. Okay, and everyone's looking at each other like, oh my god, this is gonna be an epic month. So everyone goes back to their work. That's what Mercury is doing now. He's gone into Aries and it's like, okay, let's get things done. Come on. Phone call, email. Okay, let's do. Okay, come on, get your shit together. Come on, let's wake up. Let's get some work and fire. Let's go. I'm fired up. Then comes the full moon eclipse, ruled by Mercury, and it's kind of like, oh my god, my head, so much stress, so much anxiety, so much overwhelm. I have to distress. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm going to sound healing with Ami. So you need to find a way to regulate yourself. And then Mercury goes retrograde the day after the full moon eclipse on Saturday night. Mercury goes retrograde. And then Mercury is going to go like, okay, now... Alright, so how are we doing so far? Okay, what's not working? What still need to be improved? Okay, can you please send me the email with all the things that you need me to send you? Okay, what's still missing for you? Okay, I'll work on that. Far out, so much, and And then with Aries, frustration, irritation, anger, upset, kind of you can cook yourself mentally and emotionally with Venus and Mercury there. So we're going to have a double whammy retrograde of Venus and Mercury both retrograding through Aries back to Pisces. But then Mercury, after Saturn, Mercury went with the North Node and is kind of downloading some future destiny vision or direction or a plan or a concept. He went into Neptune and it's kind of like, whoa, I'm so confused now. I don't know what's real, what's not real, what's my intuition, what's not my intuition. I'm so overwhelmed. So he got into Aries and now we met with Venus yesterday. It's like, Venus, how you doing, baby? He's like, hey, Mercury. It's so nice to meet you. It's been a bloody tough journey. How are you going over there in your mind? So Mercury goes to Venus. Oh, Venus, what can I say, you know? It's very intense right now at work, huh? He's like, yeah. It's like... So they're talking together. But they're talking in silence, inside. They're meeting up in a side room. They're not like announcing it on social media. It's retrograde, right? So actually, Mercury direct. So there is announcement. And there's been a lot of announcement in the last few days. So there's been all this announcement. And Venus goes like, whoa, Mercury, what are you doing, man? It's like you're doing like, you know, all the tariffs, the economical wars, which is the stage before real wars. So Trump dropped tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and now Australia as well is involved in the tariffs because of England and everything. And then you've got the European Union and the Russia and the Ukraine and the Israel and the Gaza and all these things. Like everyone's throwing headlines and statements and everything going everywhere. But deep inside, behind closed doors, it was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Was that the right thing? So now Mercury is going to retrograde together with Venus. They're going to go in Aries. It's like, we really need to rethink this. We need to meditate on this. We need to kind of process this. Like, let's think about it again. Let's kind of try to find the balance. Because there is the Aries desire to push and to achieve and to drive and to go. But on the other hand, the energy is not really that. So it's kind of like, why are we overcooking ourselves? Why are we overdoing ourselves? What if we slow down a bit and meditate more and take a walk on the nature strip or in the beach and jump into the ocean? Maybe that will bring us the solution. And so Mercury and Venus are now retrograding. From Saturday, Mercury will join. And then they will go again, as I said. They will meet Neptune again. They will meet North Node again, and they will meet Saturn. And then they will station there, and then they will move direct. So that's a big saga. There's a lot happening there. So the Sun now is with Saturn. Hello, chat room. Hello, Jules. Hello, Jenaline. Very interesting with all the messages. We've been highlighting the benefits of message. And people have been booking messages. Oh, massages, sorry. Massages. The benefit of massage, people booking massage this week at the same, very interesting. Yes, especially with Virgo. Virgo energy is always embodiment. It's always good to do detox on Virgo energy. Massage, body therapy, body treatment, acupuncture, reflexology, clean your diet, drink lots of water. Hello, Kylie. Hey, nice to have you all with me. So, I just told you all the journey of Venus and Mercury from Pisces to Aries, and now they're going back into Pisces. And I started to tell you about this journey from explaining that Neptune is a 29 degree of Pisces, which is epic by itself, ending 164-year cycle around the Sun, ending 14 years journey in Pisces, and in less than a month, Neptune is moving to Aries for the first time in our life. So it's the anoretic epic climax. So think of like Neptune in Pisces is like you can take your microdose practice to the next level and overdose yourself, or suddenly your meditation practice speaks to a whole new level and you're having this most transcendental experience. You come to sound healing and you get the most amazing download. You go to sleep and your dreams are wild. The dream time is wild. And you may feel very loose and very kind of floating. It's kind of like you are you're doing your thing, you're going to work, you're raising your kids, you're cleaning the house, but inside of you, it's like some of part of you is kind of like dreamy and spaced out and kind of like just floating on the water. And it's okay if you are there, you know, as long as you balance it with being grounded. But that's how it can feel, and it should feel like that with Neptune in the end of Pisces. So if you are feeling that, all I'm doing is validating you, saying like, yeah, you're feeling it, baby, it's okay. Sometimes in life I like that, and it's okay. Just do your best to be grounded, but don't deny the state that is being projected onto us. Now, the Sun with Saturn, now okay, so let's take it now to the full moon eclipse. The other thing I wanted to say is that Pluto on the 3rd degree of Aquarius. And Aquarius is that kind of star sign that Aquarian people, they know how to be detached. They like all kind of people, different people, weird people, quirky people. They're not getting too involved emotionally, you know. It's like, oh, they just love it. Oh, you're so weird. Oh, you're so quirky. They're friends with everyone, you know. Like, and if you're friends with an Aquarius person, you know that they're out there, you know. They're out there. So Aquarius energy is helping us to detach, and Aquarius rules the world and other people. So Pluto, the planet of deep transformation and evolution, is coming into Aquarius and is kind of holding space from Aquarius, saying like, look, we are birthing the new Aquarian age. We are birthing the new paradigm. That's what Pluto is kind of birthing there in Aquarius. And I'm holding here the birthing process in Aquarius of the new paradigm, while you guys are just experiencing these two worlds, one dissolving and one emerging, and you are in the between. You know, it's kind of that, it's that state when you take a substance, the substance doesn't kick in fully yet, but you're in that place that you know is like, whoa, I'm no longer in the state I was before, but I'm not even there yet. So it's kind of like that the alcohol kicks in and you're still kind of conscious, but you're starting to feel tipsy. The magic mushroom kicks in and you're still kind of grounded, but you can sense your senses are kind of like starting to activate in different way. You drink the ayahuasca with the shaman and you're still present in the room, but you can sense that your nervous system, your senses are kind of like opening up. You're in meditation and you're breathing and you think that you are stuck in your breath and you're stressed, but you're slowly also fading away. So it's kind of like that state is kind of like Pluto in Aquarius is helping us by saying you will feel more empowered if you will practice a bit of detachment. Don't get too involved with what's happening in the world and how it's happening. Yes, it's chaos. Simple as that. It's chaos. But if you get lost in the chaos, you will have despair, you won't see a bright future, you will not know where all this is going. But if you remain detached and just accept it, when I mean detached, meaning like, I look at the world, I look at the news, I see the headlines, I see what's happening, but I see it from the lighthouse. I just watch the ships pass. So it's like, think like you're standing on the bridge and you're looking at the highway, and you're seeing the cars passing by. Vroom, 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 brrr, vroom, all these cars, all these sounds. But you're not getting too attached to any particular car or to any particular sound. You just keep on watching them passing. That's what Pluto in Aquarius is saying to us. Just watch everything passing, watch everything moving, but don't get too involved, because if you lock yourself into one car, yes, you could see that the driver in that car was picking up their nose. But you missed out on all the other cars, and there was amazing Lamborghini that just passed and was beautiful. So Pluto in Aquarius helps us kind of, it says that you will find your power when you remain a bit more detached from the people, from other people, from the world, from what's happening. Just be cool about it. And now this is the chart of today. So I'm gonna take it now to tomorrow at 5:50. And there we go. 5:54 p.m. tomorrow, Melbourne time. The full moon eclipse is happening. The sun on the 23rd degree of Pisces, only a degree and a half away from Saturn. They're still conjunct. Venus, 23 degree of Virgo, only 3.5 degrees away from the south node. And because it's so close to the nodes, that's when we have the full eclipse. So it's a total eclipse, okay? And this total eclipse is going to pass above North America. Oh, interesting. So eyes to Trump. Let's see what Trump will do. And auspiciously, earlier this week, there was a headline that Trump and the White House are making huge efforts not to shut down the government services on Friday. Ooh, why will that be? What kind of truth bombs are about to drop tomorrow? Friday is always the end of the stock market, the trades. And usually on Friday before the end of the closure of the markets, although lately there's been a big headline statement announcement with all this energy that now they have decided that the stock market will be active 5 days out of 7. Until now it was only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it was only 4 days, something like that. Now they change it to 5 days, so only Saturday and Sunday will be off. So they're getting closer to crypto. But, usually big headlines, big things happening on Friday evening before they close the markets in New York Stock Exchange, and usually things are happening because then there's the pause of the weekend to digest it. We will see. I expect something to happen, to be announced, that's for sure. So it's a total lunar eclipse above America, and because the sun is with Saturn and the moon is opposing Saturn influence is very strong on this full moon, and the Saturn is the melancholy, depression, hardship, people feeling more and more hardship, stress, kind of like frustration, kind of sadness, so kind of like depression. It's Pisces. People can become depressed and lost, mental health, it's kind of like, I don't know what to do, I'm feeling lost, I don't know why. You lost your job, or you lost your partner, or you lost your home, or you lost your money, or you lost your investment, or you lost something, and you're feeling that kind of state of like, what's going to be with me now, So that's Saturn. It could be also, a character in your life that is an authority. Saturn is the authorities. Saturn is governments, institutions, corporations, authorities. So that's what I'm saying. Headline from governments and corporation institutions, yeah, most likely. Could be your boss telling you, I really need you to step up and do more. And you're already working your ass. You're already exhausted. This is also Saturn can bring, with the sun in Pisces opposing the moon, it can bring that sense of like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't know how long I can take it anymore. I don't know how more I can go on. It's kind of like far out. It's been pretty tough ride for the last 5 years, hey? And mainly on a spiritual level. It demanded a lot of us spiritually. So it's kind of like the sun comes to science, kind of like a great spirit. Angels. What the heck, man? I thought I've proven myself enough. You gave me this challenge on top of this challenge all these years, and I still showed up, and I still do the work, and I still practice. But come on, man. Will it ever be over? That's kind of what that energy could be like. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's been so tough and so tiring and so frustrating and so many delays and obstacles. Can we please get a bit of an ease and divine flow? Oh my God, Dio mio. And that's how it could feel with the Saturn influence. But there is a silver lining. There's a bit of positivity too, a lot, because one of the most positive aspects of this year on a longer term is the fact that Saturn in Pisces on the 22nd degree is now coming into the exact sextile to Uranus in Taurus on the 24th degree. And so Saturn in Pisces is saying like, just stay in your integrity, just have your spiritual discipline, just stick to your faith and use your spiritual tools, meditate, light a candle, pray, go to that healing session, just have faith. Because I know that things are not happening yet as you want them. I know that you can't fully understand that there's Saturn structure. There's a whole new structure of the new Earth, the new paradigm, the Aquarius age, that is being downloaded on an etheric level. It's downloading from high dimensions into this dimension. It's coming through, but it can't just come through, it just comes through in divine timing. So the sextile to Uranus, which is ruling sudden, unexpected developments, revelations, epiphanies, enlightenment, transcendence, inspiration, ideas out of the box, reinventing. It's kind of like breaking free, and wow. And it's in Taurus, ruled by Venus. So Venus went and checked with Saturn. Now Venus retrograde, and she's going to station on top of Saturn. But while this is happening, they are both sextile in Uranus, in the home of Venus. So although the area of Venus is kind of going through a lot in our life, ultimately there is a divine promise that there will be positive, supportive development, breakthroughs happening through this. And so I'm saying this to you, beautiful family. Life could be tough right now, and it's been for a while. And soon enough, there's going to be a very significant shift in our life. The next 3 months in our life is an epic, epic saga. Because all these things I'm describing to you right now, this is just Venus, Mercury retrograding back into Pisces as the Sun conjunct Saturn, and then she will be with Neptune, the Sun will be with Neptune. As Neptune is gonna then cross to Aries for the first time in our life, and Uranus will move to Gemini, and Jupiter will move to Cancer, and Mars will finally move back to Leo, and who else? And Saturn will move to Aries. All this within the next few months. It doesn't happen every many thousands of years that we have all these outer planets changing signs within very close proximity of a few months. That means that it's not a change of a frequency, it's a change of the entire orchestra. It's like, forget about frequency shift. This is a total paradigm shift. Pluto already moved to Aquarius, so he's kind of already birthing the new Earth, birthing the new world, birthing the new future. The AI, the technology, the crypto, the blockchain, the space travel, the SpaceX, those are already pouring in. Neptune and Saturn in Pisces dissolving the old dreams, the disillusionment, brain like just fading away. Things are going away, things are falling away, and we need to make peace with this stage of things falling away. We need to bless and embrace the fact that we are in this unknown. We know we are not the same. We don't know where we're going yet. We don't have the full download yet. We don't have the full vision or the full dream yet. We have things that are falling into place, that are already in place and keep on implementing. And we lean on our faith because we know that everything that the ocean, the cosmic ocean, is washing away from us is creating space. It's redesigning the coastline. The cyclone that we just had in Brisbane, in the North Shores, it's redesigned the entire coastline. Yes, it created distractions. All trees fell down, some properties damaged, some flooding, some this. Yes, on a human level, on a short-term level, we see this as a disaster, as a depression. People lost houses, nature, animals got killed, all kind of this like that. But we can't fully understand the big scope of things, that storm needed to happen in order to reshape the coastline, in order for that fish to be able to come, in order for that alligator to be able to come as well, in order for the sharks to go elsewhere, in order for that tree to be able to grow there, because the old tree that fell away, it was blocking the root system from that tree that want to blossom. And this is a process of 50, 100 years. So we can't fully understand the full scope, and we need to trust that as the storm comes in, and the waves of the ocean are coming in, and they reshape the entire coastline, we have to trust in the biggest powers, in the bigger powers than us, and saying, humbly, Virgo, humble service. I can't do anything about those big changes, but how can I be in service for you? So, today I wasn't planning to I was thinking about doing a love stream, but I had a busy day, and suddenly Bharat sent us a message on the community chat room, I said, Ami, are you doing a love stream? That was like at 6 p.m. And I went like, oh, that's right. I need to be in service. Wow, but I have a lot to do. And I do have a lot to do. It's like, wow, but I need to make dinner, and I need to do the laundry, and I need to do the accounting, and I need to do this, but I need to be in service. Okay, let me see if my system working. Da-da-da-da. Okay, the other screen doesn't work. Okay, I'll do it on one screen. Okay, and here I am in service. And so that's Virgo. It's kind of like, hey, when you feel nervous, focus on service. It's one of my favorite sayings. You're feeling upset, annoyed, anxious, this, be in service for someone else and see how it helps you. You know? So, how did I get there? I have no idea. From Uranus. All of them in one sentence. How did I get there? Question. I have no idea. Statement. From Uranus. Answer. And that's Uranus. It brings you the answer. You didn't even expect it. So Uranus is in Taurus. Hello, April. I've got a boss like that, Jules. Virgo perfectionist. Yeah. Blessing, brother. We're always blessed to have you. I'm blessed to have you guys too. Yeah, you know, we need it all. We need it all. It's just the way to work with them. It's just like to know that they're perfectionists, to know that they're a bit anal, and not to try to change them. But leaning on their strength, that's what you should do, you know. But, you know, much can be said. So Uranus in Taurus since 2017, the end of 2017, Uranus kicked into Taurus and he's ending his journey in Taurus this year. Yes, he's going to come back at the end of the year for a bit of a retrograde, but it's the first time he's going to move to Gemini later on. So all this saga is happening in Pisces. I told you about Pluto birthing the new world. I told you about Neptune and Saturn washing away the old structure, ending old karma. Karma, there is an ending of karma here. So karmic contracts on a soul level of multiple lifetimes are ending. You need to be merry. Yes, it's tough. Yes, it's weird, but you need to understand that on a soul level, you are closing here many cycles of lifetimes, karmic cycles. Lifetimes. And so of course that the way you look at spirit and your spirituality and the visions and the dreams and what is, it's like, of course it's changing. It's not disappearing, it's transforming, it's evolving. So trust the process, as we say. Uranus will move to Gemini from Taurus, but before he moves to Gemini, he's ending the end degrees of Taurus in the coming months. And so, as Saturn in Pisces is washing away the old structure and holding us to a spiritual integrity, it is sextiling Uranus in Taurus, which is a supportive alignment that is promising positive development. So, you got sacked out of your work 2 weeks ago, you've been depressed, stressed, anxious, not knowing what's going to be with you. Suddenly out of nowhere, once you decide, you know what, I'm too blessed to be stressed, I'm not going to stress about it, I know I'm going to find the job, I know it's going to happen for me. I'm happy I ended that journey, to be honest. I actually didn't enjoy it. The boss was a bit of a dick, the boss was a bit of a prick, and I was kind of sucking it up, and I wasn't really enjoying it, I wasn't really suffering. So it's like, what am I even telling myself that I'm stressed and overwhelmed when I'm finally away from that toxic behavior? So now let me sit in the void, let me sit in the unknown, let me sit in silence, rest a bit, chill a bit, so I can meditate, so I can download, so I can receive, be receptive. And suddenly Uranus, a phone call, an email, something, and you get a job offer, and it's like, oh my God, I wasn't seeing that coming. Because it's when you let go of that stress and that overwhelm and that anxiety and that worry, you are removing the mental obstacle that blocks the divine flow of energy. So when you have less money than you need, the last thing you want to do is stress and worry about not having money, because you take the river flow, the river bank is getting blocked, and you start piling more rocks on the river bank, wondering why the water is not flowing. So your river got blocked, no worries, be like a beaver. You know, the beaver dam is breaking, straight away it's going building a new dam. So it's kind of like, the one thing you don't want to do is stress and overwhelm. the one thing you do want to do is walk with spirit on an energetic level. Is like manifesting, tuning your frequency to abundance, to flow, to know that you are provided by spirit and everything you need will be provided to you at the right time, at the right space when you're ready. Just have faith. And faith is in the times that you don't know what's going on the most. Okay? So this is what the sextile between Saturn and Uranus are promising us, that there will be, through this release of full moon in Virgo, I mean, although the full moon eclipse is happening in Virgo, the main emphasis is actually in Pisces, because look what's going on there, right? Now, remember another thing. Oh, sorry, my bladder is saying, sorry, you need to be in service for me too. So I'm going to bring back the cosmic gate to enlighten you a bit, as I go and be in service for my bladder. Yeah, there you go. I'll be back in a moment. Honey, I'm home. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Cosmic Gate. Awesome vibe. So, where was I? Mauritania mantra is back. Okay. I was talking about Uranus sextile. And so, as the full moon happens, you see the sun and the moon are 2356. What? There we go. 2356, and Uranus is on 2402. So it's only 8 astrological minutes away, which means they are really already in conjunct, in the sextile. So the Sun and Saturn sextile Uranus, supportive development by faith, spiritual practices, meditation, prayer, and flowing and chilling and relaxing. Just chill out while you can, because soon on the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, the fire is coming in, baby. There's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of energy. So this is kind of the rest before New Year's Eve party. Pisces season is like December of the Gregorian calendar. It's that time of the end of the year, Christmas party, going on holiday, and then comes the Aries and the New Year's Eve, and everything begins. Okay? At the same time, the moon is trining Uranus. And this is Taurus, Earth, Uranus, Taurus, Earth, Moon, Virgo, Earth. So we have a positive development in our physical reality. Maybe you're single and you have a chance encounter. Maybe you meet someone. Ooh. As soon as I let go of all my grunge and frustration and upset and anger about what the previous partner did to you, suddenly you meet someone new. If you only knew it before, you would have done it quicker. The crypto market is dumping. Bitcoin is dumped from 109,000 to 77,000. Oh my God, investors are depressed. It's the end of the world. It's like, no way, man. I've been in FOMO. All this dump phase, I've been so excited. I'm like, oh my God, what a great opportunity. Altcoins are bottoming to the ground. They're so cheap right now. Bitcoin is so cheap right now. It's like, this is seize the opportunity, you know. It's like, wow, just take this opportunity and use it, because at the moment it's looking bad, but in the future it will look better. So, you know, and suddenly, you know, as soon as you let go of your kind of depression of the market and the overwhelm and the anxiety it causes you, because you are so perfecting your financial plan that you thought that by now you'll pay your debts, and you thought that by now you'll pay your mortgage with your crypto going to the moon. But crypto didn't go according to your plan, Saturn, because the governments and the institutions and the regulations, they have created some manipulations in Pisces, and they depressed society into thinking that it's all going down into the underworld. That's it, we are done, we are doomed. But suddenly on this full moon eclipse, an announcement will come out, a positive development will come out, that will suddenly feel good. Moon in Virgo, trining the Uranus in Taurus. By us releasing, detoxing, not drinking alcohol as much, not taking substances much, not getting stressed, overwhelmed, anxious as much, by doing some more spiritual practices of Pisces, and by being more grounded and taking care of our bodies, and kind of just you know, just perfecting the plan in a flowing way, not too anal, you know, then suddenly there's a good feeling of like, wow, I went to sound healing with Ami because I wanted to let go and to clear all this stress and overwhelm and pain and grudge and frustration and kind of melancholy and depression. I wasn't expecting it to be that beneficial, but oh my god, I had such visions and dreams of Pisces, and I'm feeling so much better now. I feel great. I actually feel really good, for example. I'm not just saying just with Ami, I'm just saying in general, that's an example. So, as much as we have the Saturn hardship involved in this full moon eclipse, at the same time it brings its kind of testing vibe into this full moon eclipse, and it's actually the testing vibe of Saturn is actually all this week, especially yesterday. Now comes the full moon eclipse to release that, and as we do the release, the moon is trining Uranus, Sun and Saturn sextile Uranus, and Uranus delivers the breakthrough. Uranus delivers this positive development, the inspiration. I didn't know what to do in my business, but suddenly I had this great idea. Oh my god, wow. I instead of freaking out about the market dumping, I actually took this time to do the Virgo, to analyze the market, to look at the charts, to look at the coins. That coin, it went so cheap, it went down low. Instead of going like, oh, I'm not touching that, that's way too low, I'm going like, oh my god, that was the all-time high, and it's 99% down, and it's a good project, and they have an amazing blockchain, and great developers, and active community. It doesn't make sense that it's that dirty cheap. Okay, it might go a bit lower, but it's already 99% down. I'm buying the dip. Okay, give me a bit of that, thank you very much. I'm not expecting it to go to the moon tomorrow, but give me some of that, thank you very much. And suddenly, as we speak, the market is doing a correction bounce, so it stopped dumping, it bounced up, and now it's doing this like kind of like, usually you have this kind of dump, but then it goes up correcting itself, and it goes down again to kind of confirm that it's kind of stopping to go down. And sometimes it stops at the same level, sometimes it's doing a bit more scary one, and then it's starting to rise, and then we have a correction wave. So then it's like, maybe comes this weekend, this full moon eclipse, a positive announcement, maybe the tariff will ease up, maybe, you know, all that will kind of change. People will go like Mercury with Venus and Mercury stationing the retrograde. Maybe all the leaders will go, you know what, maybe we kind of pushed it too hard with those tariffs. Maybe we'll lower the tariff from 100% to 20%, and yeah, maybe we cancel the tariffs on this and that. And and Trump might say, you know what, we have decided to sell gold for Bitcoin. And suddenly, boom, 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 boom. And suddenly you go like, oh my god, I'm so happy I bought the dip. I'm just giving you an example, yeah? You know, you all this week really frustrated, depressed because of what your old partner did to you, how they abused you, how they manipulated you, how they lied to you, cheated on you, whatever. And all this week you've been processing that, and you've kind of, I had a few cases like that on Wednesday sound healing. A couple of ladies came with this grudge of kind of like the old partners that kind of hurt them, and they were in this kind of like this, but they didn't want to feel like that anymore, and the journey itself shifted them, and they both left like so light and so bright. And we've done some really good work on Wednesday, and today I got a beautiful message, and it was such a message. It was such a beautiful message. It was like, I just wanted to take the time to say thank you. I had the most amazing journey, and that message is kind of like, thank you. That's it. It's that good feeling of being in service, knowing you helped someone, and knowing that it works and it affected. And so it's kind of like Virgo, being in service, So tomorrow night I'm in service for you. Come and join me. And so Uranus, let's see what Uranus, and remember, Uranus is sudden, unexpected. We don't know what's going to be. You may think that you might get an inspiration for your business, and suddenly you meet an old friend you didn't see for many years, and oh my God, that was so exciting to meet each other. And it's like the memories, and it reminded you something that you needed to remember, You might have gone to a business meeting thinking, oh my God, this is going to be such a... I'm not in the mood. And then you go to that business meeting and you meet the most lovely person, you're having the most amazing interaction, and you have a great business deal signed, and you actually really enjoyed it, and you brought a new client to your business, and you go like, oh my God, that was amazing. I wasn't expecting that. But be mindful, in the collective, full moon eclipse, intense energy, Virgo, people could be a bit anxious. Could be a lot of anxiety around in the ether as well. But the Uranus is positive. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, as we progress, a few hours after the full moon eclipse comes the Sun exact sextile to Uranus. So the full moon is 5:54 p.m. and then the Sun comes at, there you go, 8:06 p.m. So 2 hours and 15 minutes after the full moon, we will be in the sound healing while this is happening. The Sun, so I'm telling you, Uranus rules frequency. Sound healing on this full moon, embodied practice of detox, of declutter, of clearing, of letting go on a full moon eclipse, using sound, Pisces, music, song, medicine, spirit, spiritual practice, sextile to Uranus. Because you've done that, suddenly you have this amazing shift of frequency, this positive development, and you're living Virgo moon feeling good in your body, feeling grounded, feeling easy, feeling nice, baby. That's what I'm about. And by the way, because I'm a Taurus and Uranus is in Taurus, you know what I'm saying? I think I gave you enough incentives to come tomorrow night. And that's the thing. And then what's going to happen? Look, Mercury is with the S. Mercury is stationing. As this full moon eclipse is happening, Mercury is stationing. So, with Venus ruling possessions and valuables, Mercury rules technology, computers, cars. I'm just saying, I'm not pushing that for anyone, but we could have breakdowns. We could have, like, if you are not grounded and overstressed and you're not paying attention, this is where kind of like things can go wrong with transportation, cars. You're supposed to go to here, and then there was a car accident on the highway and there was a traffic jam. Oh, so easy for that to happen tomorrow. Frustration of Saturn, delays, Mercury station retrograde, transportation, Venus, cars, valuables, So, oops, excuse me. All the delays for the better way. Sometimes you have a flat tire, because if you didn't have a flat tire, you would have been in a car accident, if you know what I mean. So, all the delays for the better way. Too blessed to be stressed. When you're nervous, focus on service. All these spiritual sayings, even them, just saying them to yourself and just kind of laugh instead of crying about the delay, about the frustration. Accept it. Just Surrender to it. Trust it. Yes, of course, go out of your car and change the tire. Do the Virgo practical thing. But at the same time, don't let yourself be cooked and frustrated and upset and toxic and annoyed. And it's not worth it. Stay in your bliss. Sun is in Pisces saying like, stay in your bliss. Be in the bliss, baby. Now, as we move from this full moon eclipse, and I'll go now the day after, and the day after then, Mercury is retrograding. And look, they are now both of them, Venus and Mercury, in 9 o'clock. Both of them are traveling together. They're just together, maybe 2 degrees apart, but they're together. The Sun is on the 25th degree. Moon moved to Libra. I'm going now to Sunday, okay? So the Sun sextile Mercury retrograde, and then what's happening next is that, there you go. Sun and Venus and Mercury are still together. They're going to be traveling together now for a few weeks, so get used to that. Moon moves to Scorpio on Monday evening as the Sun comes into the North Node. Okay, so we're having a Sun conjunct the North Node on Tuesday early morning, 5 a.m. Sun conjunct North Node while the Moon is in Scorpio. So our Moon emotional body is very psychic, deeply connected, feeling on a deep level. Oh, interesting. I'm already doing my personal chart in front of me. And the Sun and the North Node meet on the 27th degree of Pisces, and the future destiny. Remember, this is following the sextile to Uranus, so it's not necessarily going to happen on that time, on that day, but it's the essence of the energy. That we have to deal with this overwhelming stress and worries and concerns. We have to surrender on that and let go and clear that away by connecting to our bliss, by connecting to spirit, by trusting the divine, by having faith. And through that, we remove the blocks away out of our way, out of our life, out of our energy field. And suddenly we have this breakthrough, this positive development that we wasn't even seeing coming. And this is happening while in the background, Mercury and Venus are in this stillness. They quiet. They're not stating, they're like processing. So there's a lot of inner processing happening as this development starting to happen. And as this inner process, Mercury and Venus are in deep meditation, contemplation, reviewing, redefining. Moon in Scorpio heighten our psychic ability to be connected on a deeper level, to feel, to sense what we're really feeling. We're feeling deeply. Sun comes with the North Node in Pisces, and suddenly there is some kind of a roadmap. There's some kind of guidance. There's some kind of like insight into the future. There's some understanding, or suddenly something comes through. The veils are very thin. There's a glimpse of something, there's an understanding of something, or direction, or inspiration, or idea. And suddenly this kind of like, whoa, wait a second. And then the big wham come. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family of spirit, on Thursday, next Thursday, a week from now, at there we go. Next Thursday, 10:23 a.m. Sun conjunct Neptune for the last time in our lives in Pisces. I will repeat. Sun conjunct Neptune for the last time of our lives in Pisces. Never again. And this is happening on the epic end degree of Pisces, 29 degree, 36 minutes. From now, it's this auspicious dream time that if you will use your practices and you be grounded and disciplined and clear away the stress and the worry and the anxiety and all that and surrender more and chill out more, next week is going to deliver this positive development, insights, download. And then the Sun comes to Neptune on Thursday morning, and it might be that you really realize everything you've been through since 2011, and you really see how it's ended. It's dead. it's finished. You have fully released it. You have fully surrendered it. That chapter is over. And this is after Sun met with Saturn. So Sun met with Saturn to be in the discipline. You know, you come into graduation ceremony, make sure you button up your shirt, make sure you put your tie, make sure you're looking decent, make sure you like present yourself properly. Saturn is kind of present yourself properly. And now comes Sun to Neptune, is like Neptune, the god of the ocean, Poseidon, the god of the spiritual realms, the higher dimensions, the spirit, the angels, the guides, the masters, the psychic, the intuition, the dreams, the mystic, the magic, the alchemy. I'm so happy to meet you at the last end degree of Pisces, to graduate and end this old chapter. You might have finally be over a breakup. You might have finally be over a bankruptcy. You might have finally be over the fact that you lost this and this and that and that. Some souls will leave. Eclipse season is always times of soul leaving and soul coming in. So there's this kind of like Sun with Neptune, but at the same time, the light of the sun, the light of the soul, is shining into Pisces realms when Neptune is the grand master of this chart, of this time, because Neptune is ruling his home. It's in his home. So Neptune is the one that is in the superpower. That's what I'm saying. The real superpower to be found right now is actually in the Pisces Neptune spirituality, spiritual practices, surrender, flow, faith. That's where the superpower is. That's what we should lean on. So the sun comes to Neptune, and suddenly we might feel the love. We might have a dream manifested. We might have something finally happening, that it's closing that chapter, or showing that that chapter is ending and closing. But at the same time, a new dream might come in. A new love might come in. A new vision, a new song, a new drawing, a new design of clothes, a new design of home, a new essence of love in existing relationship, that old grunge that you used to walk with your partner through over the years, that you kept on doing that glitch, you and her, she and you, but then you've done your healing, she's done her healing, you've done both of you some healing, you've been talking about it, but it's been slowly shifting, and suddenly it's done, it's ended. That obstacle, that grunge, that glitch is suddenly out, it's gone. And you're finally tapping into that essence that you really wanted to tap into, that you both would so striving to achieve. It's happening. So next Thursday, and it's not just Thursday, I'm saying like it's all this week, right? It's the journey towards it now. Now that the sun has passed Saturn, that's the gatekeeper. Now it's kind of the sun is moving away from Saturn, and then she's like the sun sextile Uranus, and there's this positive development, and the sun gets really excited because it knows it's going to meet Neptune at the end of Pisces. Just hours, a day before, she goes into Aries. The sun goes into Aries just after meeting Neptune. So sun comes to Neptune at the end of Pisces to fully realize and understand what is ending, what is ended, what is closed down, what has been washed away, and to get the download from spirit, to get the seeds, if it's the conscious or unconscious seeds that are coming through, and then just pay attention to this. It's amazing. What did I say the time was? The exact time was 10:23 a.m. on Thursday. So next Wednesday night, sound healing meditation with Sun Neptune. Oh my God, divine. Wednesday night, the 20th of March, in between eclipses, Sun conjunct Neptune, music, sound, healing, download, vision, dream. Oh my God, medicine without medicine, drugs without drugs. That's what I'm saying. So 10:23 a.m. on Thursday, Sun conjunct Neptune. And 10:23 a.m. that was, and by 8:02 p.m. that's like 9.5 hours later, Sun goes into Aries, and it's the autumn equinox for us down here. It's the spring equinox for the northern hemisphere. And so here we are in the new year, the new astrological year. Sun moves into Aries. So there's a lot happening, you know. I just talked to you all this time about this full moon eclipse and all this journey of Venus, and now we're coming and saying like, okay, now let's put that aside and realize something. The Sun then keeps on traveling and come to the North Node, and then the Sun comes to Neptune right at the end of Pisces, and 10 hours later the Sun goes into Aries, and we have the new astrological year, the new round around the zodiac, equinox, boom, fire. I just had a download from Spirit. Oh my God, I know where I'm going now. Now I know what I want. Now I know where I'm going. Now, don't hold me into those words. You know, for some people it will be like that. For other people it might be different. So don't be anal about it, Virgo. Don't be fixated. But as the Sun conjunct Neptune, the Moon this is wow. So when the Sun moves into Aries, this is the equinox chart now. We're having the Moon in Sag, so there's optimistic feeling, there's positive feeling, there's that feeling of expansion and opening, because when the Sun was heading towards Venus, I'm going to take it the hours back. When the Sun was heading towards Venus, this is the 10 o'clock one, here's the 11 o'clock. When the Sun conjunct Neptune, the Moon, when the Sun was making its way towards Neptune, the Moon was in Scorpio. Psychic, deeply feeling. So I'm saying next week is epically spiritual, super psychic, and you're gonna miss out on it if you're gonna be too much in the news, too much worried, too much anxiety, too much stress. That's gonna sabotage the potential that next week has for us. This full moon is coming to help us clear that shit away. It's almost like saying like, you better let that go, because next week is going to be this massive spiritual week. So in the 2 days prior to the meeting of Neptune and the Sun, the Moon goes into Scorpio, psychic feeling, psychic intuition, very sensitive, feeling deeply through the veil, feeling it. I mean, everything is kind of like being felt. As the Sun comes to Neptune, which is highlighting the mystic, the alchemy, the spiritual, the messages, the divine intervention, the divine unfolding, it's all happening. And then as the Sun conjunct Neptune, the Moon shifts into Sagittarius, and there is this feeling of like, oh my God, this is amazing. I feel, oh wow, this expansion, I'm so optimistic about it now. I just had a new dream, a new vision, a new healing. I'm feeling like I've shed 10 tons of karmic bullcrap. and it's with Juno. The Moon is with Juno. Ooh, yummy for relationships, yummy for single people. I'm saying like in this full moon you might be really truly letting go of some old kind of garbage and burdens, yucky things you've been carrying with you from your previous partner, separation, whatever it's been. You've been processing it, feeling it, and now comes this full moon and you're deciding, I'm not gonna be angry. It's actually, you're realizing that it's nothing. It's done. You're not feeling anything about it. Doesn't do anything to you. You don't be triggered by it. It doesn't touch you. It's done. It's over. And you're released. And then with the Moon together with Juno, the goddess of marriage and sacred relationship, in a trine, in a trine to the Sun, as the Sun enters Aries, and it's in a trine to Venus, and then later into Mercury as well. Wow, next Wednesday, Thursday are very positive. Very positive. So, here comes the, okay, so we're gonna go back. Here's the Sun moving to Aries. So we have the equinox, the Moon in Sag with Juno in a trine to the Sun in Aries. Trine, supportive development, positive development, flow. The self is getting something it was wanted to get, it's getting the zhuzh, it's getting the power, and the sun kicks into Aries when Mars is direct in Cancer, saying like, thank God the sun is in Aries, my home. Now, ego, can you please rise and stand? Because Mars in Cancer, we haven't talked about it, he's been in Cancer for a bloody long time. Because he went through Cancer to Leo, station retrograde, went back into Cancer, he's been in Cancer for months. And Mars doesn't like to be in Cancer, Mars wants to go to Leo. So Mars is now implementing all the things he realized in his retrograde in Cancer about his emotional insecurities, where he's a bit insecure, a bit like a scaredy cat, not feeling safe at home, not feeling loved or nurtured. He had to deal with that a lot in the last few months. But now he's already done through the check this out, what is it about? Now he's already implementing what he's realizing, building that sense of inner security within its own emotions, within its own sense of being. And hello, Simone. Exactly, may the divine provide for all. Unlimited universal abundance. We've been denied of our birthright as spirit on the earth. We all have access to unlimited universal abundance. We all have access to unlimited universal abundance. Gotta laugh a bit, have some joy. And so I'm loving this after effect of after the full moon eclipse. I'm loving this. I'm truly loving this. I'm telling you, there is a lot of challenges right now, but overall it's a very positive development that is going to happen to all of us over the next 3 months. Epic shifts and transformation. Epic. So do the hard work, show up, don't complain, don't just be kind of like, just put a smile on your face, have faith, and just big up your spirituality, and let's go, people, let's go. We can do this, okay? We can do this. So the moon is trining Mercury and Venus as the sun kicks into Leo. So we're feeling optimistic, and there's something we're looking into, we are realizing about ourselves, Aries, the self. Okay? And the next thing that is happening after, where is it? The next thing that is happening after that is that then 2 days later, here it comes, a day after, a day and a half, as the sun is traveling through Aries, Venus comes back into the sextile to Pluto. Here is another positive supportive development. Venus in Aries, what she wants, what she needs. She's reviewing that. And there's a sextile to Pluto in Aquarius, birthing the new world, kind of like birthing the new kind of future. So there's a positive development. This is next Friday now. Okay? And then as Venus is kind of sextile, the moon moves to Capricorn on Saturday, next Saturday. And then we have on Sunday the 23rd of March, after Venus sextile Pluto, after the sun moved into Aries in a beautiful trine to the moon now moves to Capricorn, grounded practical approach to the emotional body, and the sun conjunct Venus in Aries. So Venus goes with Mercury, and from now Venus is with Mercury. It goes like, I don't know what to think, I don't know what to do. Should I buy this coin? Should I buy that coin? What should I do about the business? What about this? What about that? She's like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about it all, and I'm kind of a bit lost, but I have faith. So then the full moon comes, clears away, the sun comes with Neptune, and it's like, oh my god, I'm getting something, oh my god. Then sun comes to Neptune, and it's like, boom, in Aries, 2nd degree of Aries, sun and Venus meet. Venus is in retrograde, so she's more receptive. She's not driving forward. She's coming humble to the sun as she's preparing to go back to Neptune, and she goes like, "Hey, sun, hi, it's good to see you. I've been talking to Mercury, and we noticed that you just had a secret meeting with Neptune. Would you mind sharing with me, like, what's the divine plan? Like, where am I going? Like, is this really what I should do? Or I'm just looking for a bit of guidance here, and I know you just got an amazing download from Neptune, so would you mind sharing it with me? Because I would like to know about it, because I'm preparing to meet Neptune as well. It's like when you have an appointment with a psychic or with a healer, and in the day 2, 3 prior to the healing session, the psychic readings, you're already processing things because you know that you're about to meet the psychic or the healer. And so it's like you're kind of sitting with yourself and you're probably reflecting in this, and then you come to the psychic healer. Then after Venus will meet with the sun, then the sun will move to meet Mercury, and Venus will go to meet Neptune. Fascinating. So next Sunday, 23rd of March, not this Sunday, next one, we will be in sound healing meditation at 5 p.m. Sun conjunct Venus. Wow, amazing sound healing events. Sun with Neptune on next Wednesday. Then Sun with Venus on next Sunday. So literally every event of sound healing, there's epic kind of thing. So, you know, if I'm you, I definitely want to come. Put it like that. Because I'm going to be there anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. So then that's happening. And then a day after, the sun moves there. And here comes the sun with Mercury. Sun with Mercury is on Tuesday, the 25th of March. The moon will be with Pluto. This is quite cool. So there it is. Oh, there it is. Sun conjunct Mercury on the 4th degree of Aries on Tuesday, the 25th of March, 7:07 a.m. in a sextile to moon conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. So the moon, the emotional body, is with Pluto, feeling, embodying something in a detached way, as the sun meets Mercury, and there is some kind of an insight, there is some kind of an announcement, information coming into light that helps us and guides us towards the new moon solar eclipse following that. And then I will stop with the next thing because it's getting too far away. Venus goes back into Pisces on Friday the 28th, just in preparation for the full moon. I'm not going to talk about the next eclipse now. So, yeah, I'm going to pretty much stop there. Epic. Epic. So, thank you all for being here with me, for listening, and for sharing the love. And thank you for the Patreon community for your love and support. And thank you for everyone who pressed like and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, press like on this movie, subscribe to the channel, join us, and spread the word. And your support unconditionally, freely, will be greatly appreciated. If you want to support me further, please join our Patreon community. We have an online community. We're talking these things, spirituality, crypto, news, everything, every day, all day. You can join us by joining patreon.com/healingdelight. That is a subscription membership with lots of benefits. The community gets the new moon and the full moon sound healing meditation recordings every month. Even if you don't want to join us, you can purchase the full moon and the new moon sound healing meditation every month through Patreon as a product by itself. Come and join us for sound healing meditations. Full moon eclipse in Virgo, Friday night, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Every Sunday at 5 p.m., every Wednesday at 7 p.m., the new moon solar eclipse on the 29th, Saturday, the 29th of March. There's two groups, day group and evening group. As I showed you in today's Lovestream, the timing of the sound healing meditation has great alignments, all a part of the big process that is happening through this eclipse season. Great time for healing. Come for healing sessions. I would love to help you. It's a great time to do the healing walk, to shift, to really kind of give it that spiritual push, the energetic push, and it will help you. And yeah, and that's it, you know, just stay positive. Adrienne, I missed you, Adrienne. Hello, beautiful girl. You made it back for the love stream right at the end, just to say that you love us and we love you. You're welcome, Dana. I missed you, Dana. Come for sound healing. Love you lots. And Simone and everyone. And I cannot give you a financial advice, but I can give you my opinion. it is absolutely a great time to buy the dip. When there is extreme fear in the market, this is where I am the greediest. So I'm in maximum greed right now, as the market is in maximum fear. So pack up your bags. You will be happy for it later. Now pay attention. We'll have a nice recovery wave. So from here, any coin, most coins will do at least double, if not times 5 or times 10 in a short term. Short term meaning few weeks to a few months. After such a sharp dive into such lows of 90% down, 95% down, 99.9% down, the recovery bounce could be very profitable. I cannot tell you what to buy, I cannot tell you what to invest or what to do with your money. I'm sharing with you based on my experience and practice in the cycles of these markets. And so any purchase now could be profitable not in the long term, in the short term. Of course, with grounded expectations. And of course, don't buy shit coins, meme coins. Buy good project, good coins that has good blockchains, good teams working, and yeah. And that's pretty much it about that. Love you all, family. Be happy, be joyful. Happy eclipse season, you know, and just I really hope that everyone will have a great healing on this eclipse season, great releases and great shifts and transformation. I will come at you before the next new moon solar eclipse to do another love stream. Love and gratitude to you all. Peace, love, joy, and happiness as always. Okay, we'll finish with Cosmic Gate. Party vibe! And happy birthday to my beautiful brother Guy. I love you. Alright, let's go. Lots of love to you all. Bye.